There we go. Good evening, Divas. Glad to have you here tonight with me. I wanted to welcome everyone who will see the replay of this, everyone who's going to jump in the ensuing moments. And I just wanted to let you know that I started working on the video with the different kinds of glues, the different kinds of sealer, diamond painting sealer. I'm going to do a comparison of 10 different sealers. One of them being the Mod Podge that everybody uses. Another comparing my Minwax polyacrylic on there. And also, let's see, I will also be doing a Diamond Dots glue and other ones that say they're both puzzle and diamond painting glue. So I'm starting to do that. Hi, Tammy. Hey, guess who's all here? All right. Zara's here too. You finished work early. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad today you could join us for the whole thing. Wonderful. I just got on a few seconds ago, as you can probably tell. My husband was here, and we kind of lost track of time. We were watching some of the video from Ohio, from the train wreck in Ohio. He goes, "Did you hear anything about that?" Hi, Dawn. Glad you're here too. And I said, "No, I didn't hear anything about it. I haven't been watching the news." So he showed me the news of the train derailment and all that kind of stuff, and that's just horrible. I would have a hard time drinking out of my well water and things like that too until it was tested. It's just as who knows. And I heard that all kinds of fish are dying, and I'm not sure. Did pets die too? That's really scary. So I was in the midst of watching that. And that's why I didn't see the time tick away, but we're still on time and everything. Let's see. I'm really glad you all are here for the whole thing. I was so tired this afternoon. I slept for a few hours. I probably look a little out of it yet, but hopefully that will change as the moments go on. Let's see. Let's see here. I do have my goodies here, and I'm going to do another mystery painting tonight. One or two while we're on. Yeah, it is awful, Dawn. It really is. Did everybody have their donuts today? It's Fastnacht Day today. Shrove Tuesday. The day before Ash Wednesday. Can you believe that's crept up on us already? Lent starts tomorrow. A friend from Ohio, from northern Ohio, though, northwestern, up near Cleveland, she and I are going to be doing an every Wednesday thing where every Wednesday afternoon we're going to be praying for each other and doing some art cards at the same time. We do our devotions, and if a word or something comes out of that, we're going to do an art card surrounding that. So I think I'm going to tape mine as I do it, as I do the art card, and see what comes up and maybe share that with all of you. I don't know, do any of you still give up anything for Lent? Or if you do those Christian type of things, do you have any traditions or anything that you do during Lent? Tonight may be Ash Wednesday services for some people. I know my mother was planning to go out for an Ash Wednesday service this evening. I had time with my husband for a change, so you haven't done that in years? Okay. I don't mind going to service. It's just I only get to see my husband like twice a week, to actually see him and sit down and have a meal with him and talk to him and stuff like that. Only about twice a week at this point, so I didn't want to push that off for an Ash Wednesday service. I think God will forgive me for that. They say the movie White Noise on Netflix is early, like The Wreck, set in, eerily like The Wreck, set in a small town. Wow. Hi, Dune Buggy. How you doing? We were talking a little bit about, I just found out tonight about the train wreck in Palestine. Yeah, White Noise is a new movie, isn't it? I'm doing good, one day at a time, like everybody. And we started talking about Lent too. Over here in Dutchy world, it's like you have to get rid of all your fat and sugar before, in the house. You got to get rid of it all before Lent starts, so you're not tempted to eat those kind of things while you're doing your Lenten penitence, I guess. I mean, it's an old thing. It's an old Pennsylvania Dutch custom, which we don't really much follow. But of course, it's very easy to get a hold of donuts the day before. Of course, they're not like my grandmother's donuts. They were potato donuts that were just dropped in the lard or the tallow that they like collected from eating meat for months. But it's nothing like that. They're not the good potato donuts that we used to get when we were kids. But any donut will do because it's a fat pill before Mardi Gras. One of our friends showed up for lunch today in a wild tie-dyed t-shirt and a bright purple sweater that had yellow stripes in it. And she was going like this. She had been to Mardi Gras a couple times in Nolens. And so she came in acting like that when she came to lunch today. You got a booklet with scriptures from Church for Lent. Oh, that's neat. That's neat. There's this one by Henry Nouwen that I love to do. I have some that have the prayers of the saints in them, and I think I'm going to be using that as part of my inspiration for this Lenten practice. And I'll share my art cards with you as we do them. I wanted to show you too, as I'm going toward the comparing sealers soon. You had a pancake day last night with your children and son-in-law, while your daughter and her hubby brought over their bed frame to set it up in preparation when they move back in tomorrow. Oh, good. Well, you've got a busy household. No wonder you were off from work today, or off early. I decided to, I thought this was coming as a wreath, so I decided to put it on one of those fixed frames, an artist frame, and I let the tails hang free. So I have to seal it yet, but I thought I cut the center part of it out of it too. It had this strange line that went right across it. So that was another reason why I cut the extra off and I made it into a wreath, and I didn't have to paint the wreath at all. It was already white. And then I was practicing how to paint grass. Now, do you want to know why I was practicing how to paint grass? Because the little puppy in the hammock that I did where it was a diamond dots, that's close. It's not quite the spelling of Fosnot, but it's fast night. It's something like that. I was off early today because my second client canceled the last minute. And, oh, okay. All right. Well, we're glad you're here. And I wanted to do a different kind of a background for the little puppy. So I had another artist canvas, and I did the grass painting behind it. So it kind of looks like the puppy's hanging in a grass patch. And I have to glue down the sides yet to the sides of the canvas, but I need some little clamps to do that. But it's glued down otherwise. So I think that's kind of cute, kind of different. I didn't like the pure black that it was, or dark brown that it was on. So, So I'm going to do that. Oh, thank you. I thought it turned out pretty cute too. You didn't have any other clients to fill the position today. Well, I mean, it sucks for the paycheck, but, at least you got some time off. You probably deserve that time off. I like the colors too. And it's so cute. I just want to keep petting its head. Little puppy head. I love beagles. They're my favorite. So I practiced in my art journal, and I just practiced grass in my art journal. I'll cover it up with something eventually, but I finally finished doing all the pages. I started this past summer, and they're all the Jane Davenport paints in her little containers. Some come in stripes because there's 3 colors in one. Now that's green, not blue. Comes out blue in the picture, but it's actually green. But I took a book that was made into a just something to a decoration, because they put this calico type bow on it, and they put these fake cherries on it, and they glued it to the top after they painted the cover. And I took out the pages from the inside. I glued the information about what the book originally was in the front of it. And each set of pages, I just did a background color. And if you remember, I was doing some kind of a abstract painting class, and I was starting to use some of the pages for that. I hate this one. But there's another one in here that I did. That's not terrible. That one's kind of fun. But it doesn't have any artistic quality at all. It's just really my practice book. Valentine gnomes, I have a little section across the top. That's like the double border I have to do yet. And I have one panel yet to do. So I'm almost done with that. Oh, you still get paid for the canceled job? Fantastic. I like that kind of job. That's kind of funny. Yeah, the Valentine gnomes are coming along very nicely. I need to get one other cheapy diamond painting done in between that, so I can use it for the comparison for the glues. I've gotten 10. There'll be 10 different sealers that I'm going to be using. And though I can do one of those with my normal sealer, I don't really love Mod Podge, but I'm going to use that as part of the comparison. So the 9 others, I have to find sections of different paintings to do. And I had an even amount, so I need one more. I need a 9th one that I can use. I think I have the mystery diamond painting for today is going to be, it looks like another universe one, like planets and stuff one. And I have a little sangria for my drink today. Everybody brought their tea or coffee or wine or other adult beverage what are you working on tonight? What are you guys doing? I got my second thing in from Jaded Gem Shop. And I'm going to unbox that soon. And in it, from her site, I bought a diamond painting pen that looks more like a stamp rocker. It's flat on the top, and it's got where you put the point in here. And it's made from, can you see it? It's made from square extra drills in resin. It's kind of cool. You've used the blue can of Minwax? Yeah, it's Minwax polycrylic is what I use. Landscape from Dreamer Design. I ran out of a color and going to run out of another. Oh, contact them, Tammy. They usually make up for that. They'll be fine. They'll have and if you got the painting from them, if you got it from another person like secondhand, they won't help you out with that. But if you need a certain, is it square or rounds? And let me know what colors you might need. I probably have them that I can mail them to you. But Diamond Dreamer Design has a glaze, has all of them pretty glazed, so I would check with them first. I have to wait until I'm done. Yeah, it's best to wait until you're done because then you know everything that you need. Yeah, if you bought it directly from them, reach out to them first. If you can't, if they don't do anything about it, I'll see what I can do for getting them for you. So what are you guys working on tonight? UTAC. Okay. You have 3 other ones and none has a color. Doesn't that suck? Isn't that always the way? Oh, yeah. There's A and UTC. Come on now. U, T. Now we need the letter C. Nope, that's G. B, C. Here we go. Do I have any B's in here as well? Don't know yet, so I'm just going to leave them there. I have a feeling I'm working on another universe one. I like these small ones to do while I'm on with you guys. Not working on anything today. I really want to do some reading and just chilling. But I don't think that will be happening somehow. Not if everybody's going to be coming in on your house very soon. I did, Zara, I just wanted to know when would be a good time if we wanted to start the Bible study on the Apocrypha or Pseudepigrapha, when you would like to do that. Like, give me some times that you're available so that we can pick something. You worked on Villa today and I stopped diamond painting at night. It's probably easier to see during the day, isn't it? No, it would be for me anyway. I have some really good lighting, though, that I like to work with. Yeah, Zara and I are going to do a Bible study on like the extra Gospels, the Apocrypha, the extra books of the Bible. And I'm just kind of putting together my ideas about where we might start. And, I want to run them by you to see if you want to, if you are in agreements or if you want to change anything. So I'm hoping to get that over to you soon. I've been really looking forward to this. It's kind of like being able to dip my feet back into ministry without. I don't think I'll ever run a congregation again unless it's like an online type thing. I don't feel that's in my calling anymore. I think the church is changing rapidly, and I think we have to catch up with the changes that seem to be going on in the world. think we have to catch up with spirit, not the other way around. Okay, thank you. Whenever you have time, whenever you're thinking about it. And we're going to invite everybody in on it when we have a special, a set time and date. We'll let everybody know. So if you want to join us, you're welcome to. Oh, Tammy, he's studying the extra gospels. Which one is he doing right now? I have this awesome book that I used to study them before. And I was in touch with my old seminary prof, and he gave me some ideas as to where to find the texts online, so that you guys don't have to buy a book, that you can take the texts offline. My book has other kind of study guides and things in it, which is helpful. But oh, he did a while back. Okay. I think it's interesting. And the whole debate about what we take to be canon and what we decided wasn't to be in the canon. I think that's a whole interesting debate to have. I'm not one to tell anybody what to think or believe. I'm going to say that right out. We were taught that we don't have to believe one certain way or the other, but you have to defend it. Like, you have to be able to say why you believe what you believe. What are the evidences and things like that for what you know. So that's, I don't tell anybody in Bible study or otherwise what they should believe. I'd just love to have a nice discussion and hear everybody's thoughts on things. Because the only way I learn is if I listen to others and what they're coming up with. That's how I view it anyway. And I won't allow anybody in a Bible study who tries to say, that other people's ways of thinking aren't right and bullying people. I don't like that, and I won't tolerate it. Just so everybody knows, I want it to be a safe space for everybody, not not something to push an agenda of any kind. But that's enough. That's enough on that. Let's see. Anybody hear any quotes or anything this week that you'd like to talk about? Anybody have anything that you read that drew your interest this week? Not, scriptural wise, but it could be anything, any kind of quotes from a magazine or online, or a favorite author. Uh-oh, I hope we're not going to be too silent tonight. I don't want it to be too quiet for those who are going to listen later. Drama-free, bully-free. Exactly, Dawn. That's exactly right. I went to a new counselor last week. She is a friend of mine, although in this relationship we separate that out. She's also a spiritual director, and she was a licensed counselor who went into ministry. She was a pastor of a church for a while, and she went back into counseling and back into spiritual direction, spiritual companionship, basically. And what I mean by that is we work with faith practices and listening to spirit and developing the practices like prayer and meditation, devotions, getting into creative work by lighting a candle and doing some deep breathing, faith imagination, a whole lot. But she's into the healing. And she gave me so much hope this week that I had goosebumps after I was talking to her. Just an hour of talking to her, and I'm like, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be at this point. She says that there is a technique now, and she's taken a few people through it, that heals fear, shame, anger, and trauma, that heals that from places where it happened in your childhood. And she and I have been through several different similar trainings and different things, but I've never heard this training. It's fairly new. And I'm like, she gave me hope that I haven't had in years. So I am so looking forward to going through therapy with her, to see what can happen. I have a lot of favorite authors. Yeah, I also got my son to choose a book for me for the reading game I'm participating in next month, and he chose one of the biggest books you have. Which one is that? Which one is that? I'm still reading Don Quixote, and I'm into book 3, which is Sancho's Government, and it's hilarious. I never knew it was so funny. Yeah, you have to tell us about the reading game, Zara. We'll have to do some more, like, my grandson was supposed to come up yesterday and teach me more of the software that is the streaming software where I can interview somebody and have it up on the chat. And he was too busy with his sister's birthday party. Now, we had already had a birthday party for her, a family one, so this was just a kid one. And my daughter, when I said I wanted the kids yesterday, because it was their day off for President's Day, I wanted my granddaughter to do some diamond painting with me, and I wanted him to teach me that program. And I said I have to work at 4. She thought I wanted them at 4, so she was confused as to why I pulled out of the driveway at 3:30. It's like, well, Kate, I said I had to work today. Oh, she said, I thought you wanted them at 4. I'm like, no, I wanted them earlier. So I will have to find another time when he's available to help me with the streaming software. But it looks fairly easy. I would like to do that because then it's more than just me yapping. Thank you, Tammy. Yeah, they're doing wonderful. They're doing good, better in school. My granddaughter still hates doing homework, but what red-blooded kid doesn't? I never liked doing homework. My grandson he's in junior high, but he gets himself up for bed, up for school in the morning. He gets himself ready. He gets himself breakfast. He gets his homework done when he gets home so he can play on his computer. And he's amazing in that way. That's totally unlike my kids when they were younger. That's for sure. It's amazing. A large print version of Dublin Saga by Edward Rutherford. I didn't tell him which book I have on my shelves is the biggest. Yeah. Okay. Which one is the biggest? And now I'm curious. Don Quixote was my biggest, so I'm into it for 2 months now. But I have to stop reading so much at work because apparently going right from reading to a phone call to reading to a phone call and back and forth frequently doesn't help my my lack of concentration ADD wise. So I make more mistakes that way apparently. So I have to slow down on the reading while I'm at work. Actually, 2 games. Roll the Reads Readathon, run by an Aussie booktuber. Read Around the Worldathon, run by another booktuber. Cool. Is this an all-year thing or is it a month thing? My dad used to keep all the fiction books that he read. I don't know why. If I read a fiction book and it's not something I want to keep, which is very rarely, I get rid of the book, just take it to Care and Share, the local resale shop. I don't think I'd ever read it again. But now that my memory is failing, not in that way, but I don't have such a good memory that I had before, so I might not even know if I read it before. I hate to think that, but it could be true. I kind of know why my dad hung on to them. I hang on to some books, but not like he used to. We had to get rid of so many of his paperbacks. Biggest book is Les Mis. Okay, by Victor Hugo. Yep. The first game is a special one that this booktuber does once a year, and the other one is a monthly one. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. So they have challenges in other communities, in other like-minded YouTube communities. Not just, now there was a couple U's in there I missed. I knew it. Just put 1 or 2 in here so I can fix that in here. Yeah, where was I? I forgot where I was. I'll get out my quote book and see if we have any opinions on some of the quotes that are in there. We could do that. Usually the time goes by so fast. It's a dead one here. Oh, hi, Cindy. Cindy says, I love to read. I own about 1,000 books. I've reread all of them over and over again. Can't really afford my reading habit. Love hobby. Now I can listen to audiobooks and diamond art. Yep, absolutely. I'm right there with you. I am listening to Eleanor Roosevelt. It's a different type of autobiography than I've read before. A lot less story, and more fact, but yet they're facts said in a very artistic way, in a very compelling adjectives and adverbs and things like that really her alliterations just are so cool. I'm really impressed by them. I think she's won some prizes for her other biographies before. Tell me you don't like to read? Oh, can't concentrate to sit and read? Yeah, I understand that. My daughter had a reading comprehension program almost all of her life, so she doesn't like to do my granddaughter's reading assignments with her. So, I volunteered to do them with her, but she just doesn't take me up on the offer. And my sister-in-law was even a reading specialist at her school and tried her best to advance my granddaughter along on that too, but it was difficult. She's doing okay now from what I understand, but I don't know how much my daughter's really telling me. I want to trust her, but I just don't see the progress at home that I'd like to see. Yeah. We just know that as an adult, reading is so important for everyday life. And, even if you're not great at other studies, the way school presents them, if you can read, then you've got something. You can always advance, because it takes a lot of reading to keep up with whatever your career is, whether it's reading online or listening to books on tape or something. It's always a big part of advancing in whatever career that you've decided to go into, to keep up with the latest. I mean, I wouldn't want my doctor not being able to read. Well, I love my daughter, but there's times when it's frustrating. Now, my son is in his 30s as well, and he's moving back up into this area. And he keeps telling his sister that she should move out of the house and get a decent job and get her own apartment. And my husband loves having the kids there at the house, though. He lives for the grandkids. He really does. So it's hard for him to tell my daughter to go get a job and get out of the house, because that means the grandkids wouldn't be in the house with them. And that I don't think he'd be able to put up with that right now. Cindy says, I really like the paranormal love stories and mystery. Have all the Agatha Christie's. I love Agatha Christie. And Robert Heinlein. I haven't heard of Robert. I used to read all the Agatha Christie's and the Ellery Queens. Yeah. I think, and Then There Were None is one of my favorite Agatha Christie's. My father loved reading murder mysteries, and Agatha Christie was probably one of the most favorite authors. Yeah, she's still, her books still sell widely, and now they're making, new movies. Murder on the Nile was one of the newer ones that they remade, and it was a good one. I really enjoyed it. I thought, I'm not going to enjoy this because I read the book, and I got so into it that I didn't even really remember who the villain was. I got into seeing all the sights along the Nile and the period costumes and things like that. I love that about old movies. Now, my daughter will read one author, and that's anything that Stephen King writes. Not my favorite author. He's a wonderful writer, a very talented writer, but it's just not my genre. Not at all. So, Cindy, are you into like the Vampire Diaries and that kind of thing? When you say the paranormal, or do you mean like ghosts and other things that go bump in the night? Oop, there's another you I missed. It's not a me, it's a you. He's an old-time sci-fi, okay, but way better than most. He wrote in the 30s and 40s. All right, I'll have to look him up. I do like crime, murder, and mystery. Found my library card, so I'm going to go to their web and check out audiobooks. That's perfect, Tammy. Absolutely perfect. We have got to keep our local libraries in business. We have they might have that thing. Ours has one that you can, when you go online, you can read magazines and things from their website. They have on their they have access to online. Grisham, yep, I used to read Grisham too. I love his work. I have read a few of Stephen King's books and am currently reading his latest, Fairy Tale. For a horror author, I have found that one book of his that came close to this was Rose Madder. Yes, we have Hoopla. I did enjoy Grisham. I didn't read all of them, but I don't mind a legal thriller here and there. I watch them on TV, so why not? But it's not the only genre I listen to. Oh, sorry, it's an app connected to our library to check out books. Okay, cool. Ever seen the movie Starship Troopers? Yes, it was a great book and an okay movie, but was from Heinlein. Okay. Yes, I did see Starship Troopers. My husband is into sci-fi. He likes the little on YouTube. He likes the ones called Dust. I think he watches them off of YouTube. The short stories. He just watched a few of them tonight again. I don't like outer space things. It makes me claustrophobic. So I don't like to watch them with him. But except like, what was it? The one who had all the great Guardians of the Galaxy. That was fun. Fun movies. I haven't found the other ones I've read of Stephen King's that horrific, or at least what I would consider traditional horror. No, not like zombie attacks or, chainsaw massacres or anything like that. No. But his is very suspenseful, and he gets my heart pounding, that's for sure. I did not like Pet Sematary. That was not my favorite one. But I watched Cujo, and I watched Christine, I guess. Was that the one with the car? And of course he did Carrie. Everybody's seen Carrie. You enjoy watching older movies on TMC. I do too, Dawn. The Humphrey Bogarts and Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, yes, that one. I love that. Loved the book. Loved the original movie. What's the answer to life, the universe, and everything? And what is the most intelligent species on Earth? No, the movie did not do the book justice, but I love the series, the UK series. With the whale contemplating its demise as it fell through outer space to hit the Earth. Listen, it isn't a horror, me, not much at all. Oh, my favorite character on Hitchhikers is Marvin, the manically depressed robot. The Shining, yes, I haven't seen The Shining. I was too afraid to see that one. It would probably give me nightmares. Just like Psycho gave me nightmares for a long time. The Hitchcock film. Joan Crawford, Betty Davis. Oh, Betty Davis. I love me some Betty Davis. Put on your seatbelt, boys. You're in for a bumpy night. Self-help, historical. Okay, wait a minute. There are some of the genres I read. Christian fiction, nonfiction, some junior fiction, yep, young adult fiction and nonfiction, self-help, historical fiction, love historical fiction. Plays, yep, classics, some of them. Some sci-fi and fantasy, still exploring the genre. Well, I think, Lord of the Rings would be fantasy, as would the Harry Potter series and things like that. That would be fantasy. So that's one series that my grandson likes. He just got a new computer game, The Legacy, I think it is, Hogwarts Legacy. He's been bugging to have that one. So his birthday is next week. We are going to have a teenager in the house next week. As of the 3rd, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. It wasn't that long ago that his mother was a teenager. Mae West. Why don't you come up and see me sometime, boys? My father's favorite was W.C. Fields. And W.C. Fields had Mae West in a couple of his movies. Yep, he was good. Good luck with that. You mean my teenager in the house? He's such a great kid. I really adore him, of course. Of course, of course. Well, it's hard to say no to grandkids. It's hard to Your oldest grandchild turns 15 on the 28th. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Yeah, Sammy's my oldest, too. My son-in-law is obsessed with Lord of the Rings, so I'm being educated in this world. I know that Lord of the Rings is classed as high fantasy. Yeah, I would. Ooh, how come they all spilled out here? I'm going to turn the camera down to my work here so you can see what I'm doing while I'm doing it here. Let me see. Let's see if I can turn the camera down here. There we go. I think it will come out to be one of the universe ones, I believe. Yes, it is a paint gem. You like Bowery Boys, Dead End Kids, East Side Kids? I don't know them. Bowery Boys I do, but I liked Our Gang. Are we talking old movies, or are we talking fantasy genre, or mid level, mid grade kids works? Yes, it is a paint gem. It's one of the mystery kits. I ordered 3 more of the newer ones. They were out of one of them. I didn't put up any new videos for today, did I? I'll be late putting one out for tomorrow, even though I have a bunch taped. I have to do some more editing. I don't see any more C's in here. Oh, I missed one. Yep. I also got one from that I'm going to unbox on a video that I just taped. It's the one from Crystal Canvas Art. It's the butterfly that she puts all different kinds of sparklers in to substitute what's in there, and to teach you how to work with the different sparklers she has. And some of them are long, skinny strips, not just the quads. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. That's what I'm going to do next after I get my painting sealers finished. Lou Gorsey from the 40s and 50s. I'm waiting on Cats and one of the mystery ones. It's been stuck in Vegas. I'm supposed to get it today. It shouldn't be long there then. DWES. SDWE. SEWE. Of course, I should have looked at the back first, right? S E W D. SDWE. Got them. Mark went out to go back down to the house, and he tripped over something on the porch. And here it was another Amazon delivery, but it wasn't for me. It was for the neighbor next door. So I have to take it over to them tomorrow. Yes, DP with sparklers. Yep. That's the kit where I got that from. Crystal Canvas Art Designs. Oh, schmutz. Now, I think sometimes I really get upset when I miss one or two from the previous one that I don't see until I've got them all back in the bag. Whoopee. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. I have so many neat this is not S, this is D. Watch where I'm putting it. So many wonderful diamond art clubs to do that I haven't gotten to yet. I want to continue doing the companies I haven't worked with yet, but I have kits from, because I want to be able to evaluate them and be able to get that Excel program out that I promised y'all. Evaluating some of the paint companies and evaluating their kits. I'm trying to do one square and one round from each company to see if there's any difference in their kits with them. And then I'll put it all into an Excel program that anybody can download. Oh, there's some D's in the middle here, right? D. And they'll be from expensive companies down to the budget companies, and how they differ, where they come from, if they're still in business. Because in the beginning, all I did was the budget companies. I guess that's how we all cut our teeth on them, right? Oh. Well, then I better go watch my video again to double check that, because I may have missed. This is definitely a Tina one. Yeah, diamond painting with sparklers. Yes, you're right. I have to make sure I did not make that mistake in the video. If I did, I will reshoot it. Going to get the ocean set next to go on my ocean wall. The tropical dolphins, sunken ships beneath the cerulean sea. Yeah, that's a pretty one. That is a pretty one. Now here's the S. I'll need a bunch of those. I'll do that butterfly on camera. My mom was telling me how much of her summer she's going to spend down in Cape May this year. And I said, well, maybe you won't be cleaning all the time. You'll actually get some time on the beach this time. She said, I hope so. She used to go down with my aunt to help clean in between. They have rental units. Well, had. My aunt's no longer with us, but the kids own the rental units now. But my mom's not going to go down and clean with them anymore, because they're going to hire a company to do that. And they've got some renovations on the place, on the one on the beach place first, before they can rent it out for the season. Because now that my aunt and uncle are gone, the historical committee from Cape May is on my cousins to change up some of the things in the house before they can rent it. Because apparently they let some things slide when my aunt and uncle had it, because they were, elderly, I guess. I don't know. But now they require them to be done. So there's too much work to be done on it to rent it out right away. So yeah, she does have beautiful gems. And she does seem like a very nice lady. I've seen her interviewed, or heard her interviewed, once or twice. I would love to have her on the program once I get the streaming software up and running. I'll just have to play with it one day. I'll just have to ask to see if anybody is available to jump on and help me play with it. And then I'll just delete the practice live after we play with it a bit. I'm figuring that's how I have to do it because I need to practice a bit. Yeah, she did a video on the butterfly. That's how I bought it. That's why I bought it, because I wanted to see the different types of gems she had. And I did watch the video. And I want to see how easy it is from her instructions to go ahead and do it myself. And I got some packs of sparklers from her too. One was the winter pack. One was bubbles that I think is like an underwater, like a mermaid type of shades. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell it's one of the universal ones, can't you? It's easy to tell this is from the space ones. Don't need to be a rocket scientist to tell that. So when we were talking to movies, and I could think of some movie quotes from some of those favorite people. Can you think of any famous movie quotes that you love? And can you remember what characters they were from, what movie they were from? Tell me some of the ones that you can remember. Let's see. Any more S's in here? No, I don't think. Don't see any. You wanted the bubbles and the winter set, but gotta wait. The only one I remember is I'll be back. Okay, Terminator. I like the one from Kindergarten Cop. It's not a tumor. These things become memes after a while, you know. It's become part of our lingo. You can't handle the truth from Nicholson. Yep. That's a good one. Oh, come on, you guys. There's many more. In Casablanca, we'll always have Paris. Of all the gin joints in all the world, you had to walk into mine. There's a couple other quotes from that movie that are really, really big. I also like the Maltese Falcon. That was a good mystery one. An African Queen. There was a famous saying, an African Queen. I can't remember that one now, too. Now that I'm thinking about it. And of course, from Lord of the Rings, my precious. I love the quote, which was part of a song from The Fiddler on the Roof from Tradition. Yes, I love that song. For my scrapbook for my wedding, when Mark and I got married, I used the words from Sunrise Sunset as like the theme going through my my whole scrapbook from my wedding. Swiftly go the years. Oh, there wasn't many of those in here. Alrighty then, let's get something else. Well, of course, Alrighty Then was a Jim Carrey. I don't happen to like him very much, but the one from Sleepless in Seattle, which is You've Got Mail, that became a national one. Okay, so I'm going to do the star. And let's see. QONZ. Star and QONZ. I don't like when they put the Q's and the O's next to each other. There's Z, and there's O. QONZ. Now I need the star. Where did it go? Must have passed it already. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Oh, I love the colors of my pen too. Thank you. There's the star. It's got a jade in it, and it's got gold flakes, and then it has the black and gold in it. I got it from one of the diamond painting YouTube groups. I did an unboxing on it. Yeah. Let's see. Get some of the stars out here. I really like the micro dots. I put the micro dots in the end here, and I haven't had to change it out yet. It's I put 3 of them in there, rolled them up into a little ball and shoved them in there. Now, at first they started coming out, so I had to pull some off the side. But now that it's no longer squeezing out the side, it's fine. So I put too many in there just to make sure I got it stuffed in there. Apparently you don't need to do that many, but I really like it. I don't have these little flakes of pink wax that are hanging everywhere, just from the multi-placers. Nobody knows the Hitchhiker's Guide from the Guide to the Galaxy, the answer to life, the universe, and everything? You don't remember the answer to that question? You just ordered a custom pen today. That's cool. I love getting stuff in my mailbox, don't you? Whether you ordered it or whether it's Happy Mail or whatever, I love getting stuff in my mailbox. Stuff like that. Marvin, the manically depressed robot, would say, brain the size of the universe, the galaxy, and they had me parking cars. It was hilarious. There's another space drama that I liked. I don't like many of them, but there's another one that I liked. 42. Thank you, Zara. I knew somebody would know. I'm always afraid to order a custom pen. Wouldn't know how. Oh, well, just on Etsy. I have a couple ones that I've ordered from that I trust. One is Handmade Pens by Jim. His are always good. And if there's anything wrong with them, he will take them back. He's got great customer service. And his wife is a diamond painter, and you can really trust his pens. And I like the shorter ones. I don't like the real long ones, although I use them because that's what I used to order until I have a shorter one than this, and this is like the 3/4 length, and I love the 3/4 length. It's really well balanced in my hand, and I can diamond paint for longer with it. This one wasn't a handmade by Jim pen, though. If I would remember it right off the tip of my head, I'd tell you, but I can't remember right off my head. I know I did an unboxing of it, and the right one, the right name is in that. That's the only thing I don't like about YouTubing and stuff. You have to remember where you got things because people are going to ask. And I'm not really, I have to admit, I'm not that great at remembering details like that. And that's not fair to, there it is. That's not fair to the people I got them from because they deserve to be recognized. They're always recognized when I unbox them. But I'd like to be able to remember them on a regular basis. Well, they're usually a standard thickness, Tammy. They're usually a standard thickness. And I like the ones with at least one bump in them. So you have something to push against and your fingers aren't sliding down the shaft. And if you turn it around, this still has a bump in it that when I do the multi-placer on this end. Yeah, that's true. Some of the prices are really out of whack. But this is another one that I like. The blue and black. It's really cool. And it's a 3/4 size as well. This one I think I got from Jim's. But I don't use it as often as this one. Oh, yeah, I have stars on the other side there. I didn't think you'd see that. Here we go. Yeah, some of the prices do make me gulp too. That's for sure. This one I got I got 25% off of a birthday special, so I just got it in December. So your birthday month, one of the Facebook groups, they give you 25% off. And I had ordered it through their Etsy shop, and I think, I'm not sure whether it was that one or something else. I think I had one company, I won something on their Facebook posts, and When I went to pay for it, it was out of the 24 hours, so they had given it to somebody else, and which they said they would do if it's not paid for within 24 hours. And you know me, I'm like not quite on the ball with everything like that. And so unfortunately, I didn't get that one, but they offered me this one. And I liked it better than the one I ordered. So, and it was already finished. They couldn't sell it because it was already finished and somebody didn't want it. I'm like, yeah, I love it. So we both made out on that deal. So you have to shop around. I try not to pay full price for anything. I didn't get Z, did I? Yeah, I did. I'd rather buy diamond painting pens than waxes. I'm not happy with the muds and waxes and sticky stuff that I've been getting. I have not been, I like the natural pink stuff. The blue and yellow and whatever color, purple or whatever color it comes in, I like that. And right now, I like the sticky dots. Did I get free shipping from Paint Gems with over $50 order? I'm not sure. By the way, the Happy Planner keeps bringing out good things. It's not fair. You're right about that. It's absolutely, you're right about that. No, it's not Lady Lathe. You recently won an auction, and I think they do birthday month pens. That's neat. Congratulations, Dawn. No, it wasn't Lady Lathe. Oh, yes. Hi, Teresa. Glad you're here. Glad you could jump in tonight. This is Anne, huh? We're talking about diamond painting pens right now. Maybe getting them from other places. And I'd rather get them than the waxes and stuff. I'm just trying the micro dots in the single placer, and I really, really like that. I think I did all the ends. Now I'm going to do the Z's. Oh, I can't believe it's already 11:30. Holy cow. Where does the time go? Where does the time go? I watched a video the other day. It said it was 7 days old, but the giveaway dates were weird, and there was no other comments. Which video? One of mine? I don't always get to put them up as soon as I would like to. So maybe the giveaway date was weird. I want to give away some of the Happy Planner extra stuff that I have. And if anybody who comments in one of the Happy Planner videos, especially the financial one, the social media one, okay, you'll have to let me know which one because I want to check that out. And I still want to get the conversion chart for you. I have to take a picture of it and copy it. I'll take a copy for you because now my copier is working, and I'll mail it to you. You'll get it, I promise. I haven't forgot about it. I just didn't get to do it yet. I used my DAC BOGO 50% off that comes on your inventory slip. Yes, they only give you one, but yeah. Yep. And I didn't even do that this time. I saw some that I wanted when today they came out on the app with like a scratch off thing. Anybody who gets something in the next couple days can win either a 100, a 200, or a $500 gift certificate if you're one of the winners. So I thought, oh heck, there's a couple that weren't that expensive that were on a really deep sale. But on the ones that I got were all sale price, so they wouldn't have taken any more off of it for that. I don't know if I'm even eligible for any of the free stuff like that anymore. Which I have to say I don't mind. That's just the way it is. You did see the scratch off? It was a Happy Planner giveaway, but I'll go back and find it. It's okay. I mean, I didn't really formalize. I wanted to do it by January 1st because I was still thinking I was going to get all my Happy Planner videos up before February 1st, and I was going to pull them on February 1st, but I didn't get them up in time. So now I'm waiting till I get all of them up, and then I was going to let you guys know if you comment, and I can let you guys know now, if you comment on one of the Happy Planner videos that has stuff in it that you like the financial one, I have a pack of extra financial pages and some of the things that I'm not going to be using. If you are interested in those, put a comment down below. And as long as you're one of the ones that I have your forms already, and all of you guys, I do have your forms already, so that's not a problem. I'll mail it to you if you win it. And I don't have a special date on that yet because I messed that up when I didn't get them all up in time. So I still have like two different ones to put up. So that's okay. Those microdots are buggers. I found that you need to get them dirty. Maybe. I mean, I'm always pressing it down with my finger anyway. So they do get dirty quite easily in that case. All right, I need a V and I need a slash. Those two and lightning bolts. Let's see. That's the one with the dots. So now I need a V, letter V. Letter V. And that one and that one. And the lightning bolt. There we go. Get those done. Let's do the V. Oh, I didn't get the V out yet. Shoot. No. There it is. Let's do that one. Oh, you did comment on it? Okay. Well, I haven't yet picked anything out. I thought I liked all the comments that I found. Oh, there are more V's in the middle. Okay, let's just do that now that I have it in there. Okay, then you're ready for it. Then you're ready when I do pick it. It won't take too much longer. They just need to be edited. I've been trying to get something up every day, mostly every day. I miss like 1 or 2 days a week, but I pretty much get them all. I didn't have such a great work evaluation. My ADD gets in the way again, but I'm going to try harder. I guess it's an error in judgment or something. Sometimes I don't connect the caller the right way, or I don't take enough messages or something like that. I don't know. There's 2 stars in there I missed. But and I'm glad you said something, Tammy, because I didn't. I thought I had taken most of the comments out that that had to do with the contest as far as the date of the contest. I saw one in here that I thought I need to go back and get, and now I forget what. Was it the star? Yeah, it was the star. I need to pick up the star again. So yeah, there it is. Oh, come on, I had it in my fingers. Where did it go? There. Yep. But I've finally been feeling hopeful since I got to see my friend. I never knew past trauma could be cured that way, and I'm really happy. Really happy that it can be. There's only one of those. Oh shoot, I didn't, there's another star I missed. That's weird. And to be honest, to tell you the truth, I haven't been happy for a long time. Oh, those are coffee cups. That's why it didn't look like one or the other. It's a coffee cup. I have that right here. Ha ha ha. Are you supposed to take and respond to so many calls a shift like a quota? No, but they don't give you a choice. That you just get one call after another, and it's like a random. The computer assigns them to you as to the way they came in, and there are times when I'll have a minute or two when I'll read because I won't have anybody, and then there are times when, like for an hour, I'm not able to get off the phone. They're about 3 to 4 minutes a piece, 2 to 4 minutes each, and you have an outline that for every call that comes in, there's a special way the customer wants you to answer the phone. So they have that in a form, and you have to fill in the blanks on the form and by asking the caller questions. And depending on how they answer, depends on who they get sent to, or what type of a message you take for the company. Like one company might have service or sales or just general office messages, and depending on how they answer the question, I send it to a message to the salesperson or the service tech or the office manager. Okay, if I write down the answer to the question wrong or choose the wrong option, it goes to the wrong person. Well, sometimes there's a lot of background info that you have to read while you're on the phone with the customer in order to get their call over to the right place, because they're nuanced. Is it this type of doctor? Is it that type of doctor? Is it a vascular doctor, or is it orthopedics, or is it pediatrics, or whatever? And depending on how you answer the call, and sometimes there is like an apartment complex, and they might think like a power outage to one of the freezers is an emergency where another one wouldn't. So you have to read all this gobbledygook while you're trying to ask the caller questions, remember what they say, and type it into the form at the same time. And you have to do it all within 2.5 to 3 minutes. And sometimes the caller just wants to explain their whole life away. And it's like, I can't, just let me ask the questions. I have them in a certain way. And they're in a certain order. I can't go ahead and answer a question 5 slots down when I'm way at the top of the form yet. But yet they insist on giving me all that information, and I just have to ask them again. And by the end of the call, they say, well, why did you ask all that stuff? I told you in the beginning. They don't understand that it's a certain form that I have to fill out, and I can't jump ahead. And sometimes you have to read all those nuancy things, and that can take time. And if I don't read it right, when you have ADD, you kind of skip over some words, and you're very impatient sometimes when you read. And I don't have the luxury of reading the same sentence 2 or 3 times to make sure I have it interpreted right. So sometimes I may interpret it wrong and send it to the wrong person. And then the doctors or the apartment maintenance people or whomever might get upset with that the wrong person was gotten out of bed for not an emergency, that kind of thing. And then we get yelled at. So I've done too many of those things. And I know it's my ADD that doesn't help the matter. But I still think 90% of my calls are exactly where they're supposed to be. And I'm not the only one who makes mistakes. So there's that too. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to try not to read so much in between calls, because that kind of divides my attention too. I realize that. Maybe that'll help. And now that I've bored everybody with my life, I don't know, maybe you guys didn't know how a phone system would work, an answering service. Sometimes when you call for a doctor, like I would need your phone number before I need your birth date. When you're used to calling your doctor's office and actually getting the office, the first thing they ask is your birthday. So I don't need that first. And then sometimes I ask that later on. I said, well, I gave it to you earlier. Well, I know, but I couldn't write it down then. Some people get really, really rude about that. And others just glide right through it like you didn't even ask the question. And they're just calm about re-answering things, and that's good. But some of them get downright rude. And we have a couple people who call once in a while and get very, very rude with the operators. So we tell whomever office it is that this client of theirs said this and so to this operator. And, we even play back the call for them if they want. And one doctor called his patient back and said, if I ever hear you talking to, they're an extension of my office. If I ever hear you talking to those operators like that again, you have to find another doctor. And it's like, oh my gosh, one of the doctors actually, stood up for us. So that was nice to see that they had our back in that. But I would say a full 80% are fine. And we do get cursed at least once a shift by somebody or other who doesn't like the way we are told we have to answer the phone for our customer. Because the people we answer the phone for are our customer, not the people who call up. Can you have a pad and paper? Yeah, I do, but it would take way too long. I don't have ADHD. I would get off track. Yeah, it does. It doesn't help anything. I'm going to give them the info ahead of time, write it down on the paper, and then when you come back to the info form, just re-enter it. Sometimes I don't have time to do that. There is what they call a quick memo line that I can type anything in a quick memo line that I can then retype down later on in the form. But sometimes that's not on the same page you're on. It's just the nature of the way things are, unfortunately. I call someone, they ask name, birth date, etc. Put me on hold, comes back, asks me all the same questions again. Then they transfer me and they ask me, put me on hold, comes back and asks the same thing over. Yeah, that does happen sometimes. That not with us, but we never ask the birth date unless we're to that place in the phone thing. Some get very frustrated when we can't just send them right to their doctor. We can only take them to the doctor who's on call. We're not going to interrupt every doctor at the practice just because one patient wants to talk to them. There's a doctor on call for that. And, some people, when they hear who the doctor is on call, it's no longer an emergency. They can wait till tomorrow. Well, if you could have waited till tomorrow when you first call, you should have waited till tomorrow to call. Don't bother the doctor on call if it's something you can wait tomorrow for. If it's truly an emergency, then talk to whomever doctor you get. Or go to the ER or urgent care if it's that big of a deal. But anyway, I'm starting to think of it as a ministry. I'm starting to think of it as I'm doing good for the people. I can calm down a lot of the people who call that are upset. I can get them calm. I can even get some of them laughing before I turn them over to the people they called to talk to. So I take that as a good sign. So I'm trying to look at it that way. LKJ. I need LKJ. LKJ. There we go. These should be the last colors in here. Looks like the earth, I think. I think sometimes the nurses in those offices are way too overworked. They really are. I can see that being a very hard job too. So, well, I have a feeling that the flat earthers wouldn't like this diamond painting very much. It's definitely the earth and it's definitely round. Oh, I hope I didn't offend anybody out there with that. I just think it's hysterical that people think that in this day and age. If that's divisive, I won't talk about that at all. So how's everybody else's work going? Everybody else holding out day after day? One more week going by this year? Can you believe we'll be in March next week? You got upset for the first time with the Amazon rep. They were determined my package was on my property and I had a white side door. Tell them to send you the picture. Tell them to send you the picture. Amazon just delivered a box to my side door that never gets packages, and it goes to my neighbor. So, yeah, this year is flying by. It's going to be March. I'm okay if winter slides by as long as we have a nice spring. This is L. These are the perfect length of time to do while I'm on with you gals. Here we go. Oh, that's not an L, that's an L. Zara, I was thinking of you, if you're still around. I was thinking of you, and I was watching some YouTubes from Australia, and it was some, like the emergency services. They go around and they tape the emergency units, the ambulances and police and fire and that kind of thing, and then they use that for their video, and it's their TV programs. And one, and this goes with our talk about movies. The one guy was in a knife fight and was talking about the size of the knife that the other guy had that cut him up, and I remembered Crocodile Dundee saying, "That's not a knife." And he shows this big machete instead. That's not a knife. Oh, the worst is FedEx. High five. High five to that one. I agree. They used to deliver my packages to a different town just because it also started with the letter T. And it was all along Allentown Road. I mean, seriously, it was like 10 miles up the road. And fortunately, the gal who got 3 of my packages finally decided to look me up on Facebook to see if she could find me, and she did. And I was amazed that she was only up the road a piece and went up to get my packages from her. But I had been on the phone with FedEx for days before we figured that out. Australian Post is pretty bad as well. You're getting snow tonight, Tammy, even though it was 60 degrees today. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope I have the right one. There should be J and K, and that's all. Let me put the J's in first. Yeah, you're right. Some of them don't have the picture. Well, they can't claim you have it if you don't have it. They can't claim that they delivered it if they don't have a picture. If they did deliver it, then somebody came and stole it off your porch. And you need a door cam. That would be my next purchase if it got that bad. That's Colorado for you. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it was nice of her. Boy, did I thank her for that, because it was diamond paintings for sure. So they weren't cheap. And she didn't have to do that. We'll send them to you, Zara. We'll send you the snow. You do. You have a doorbell cam. So do they know what time it was supposedly delivered? You can look at your doorbell cam and say, nothing there. You probably don't even have a white door, am I right? That's a shame. I'm thinking of maybe using a meal service, maybe like, what is it, either Home Chef or HelloFresh. Anybody use one of those? It might be the only way that I actually start eating good food. No white door. No one came, no white door. Yeah, that's I hope they're going to make good on that. They get so desperate for delivery people that the delivery people don't care. They just want to get the money and deliver the packages. I have had problems with USPS also, and also use informed delivery for the last 3 years now. Yep, we do that too. They don't do it for a post office box, but they'll do it for my husband's house. I get my mail posted to my son's place now, as someone stole a delivery from our place ages ago. Yeah, that's smart. My address, they don't doesn't like to come up in the system because it's a post box, and nobody picks up their mail at the post office anymore, of course. We do. And I've had that address for 60 years, so it's still there. But sometimes I have to give them my husband's address because they won't deliver it to my address because the system tells them that it's not a real address when it actually is. Some of the independent diamond painting companies and the Etsy shops have trouble with that. Amazon doesn't. Ta-da! Just in time, mate. Here, I'll hold it up. There we go. I think that's the Earth. I like that. Yeah. There we go. I'm going to feel around and see if there's any that are high. There we go. There's one that was high. That one popped down. You live in Timbuktu? So I send everything I can to the post office. I think that's Timbuktu. It was like the name of a town in India. My daughter is in Page, Arizona, and they have no mail delivery. Can only go to the post office to get mail. Yep. Oh, spell check. Yeah, that's true. Spell check is late. I have how many left of this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more. Look how big this one is. I think I know what this one is. It's a famous person. Can you guess? I think I know who that one is. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I might know what that one is too. I think it's a famous bridge. And then there's, oh, I know what this one is. This is a place too. You should put your guesses in. That one, and that one. I've showed you. They have a number on the bottom. Showed you 10, 11, and 12. And this one, I think I know what it is, but I'm not so sure. Let me see. The last one is her story, so it's a famous woman. These two are from around the world, and this one's still space. Around the world, I know what this one is. I think I know what this one is. I'm pretty sure I know what this one is. Anybody guess? This one should be easy. It could be Amelia Earhart. It very well could be. Hard to see. Yeah, it is hard to see. But sometimes you can tell just by the black and white. I'll take a guess. I think this is Big Ben, because you can kind of see a clock tower here and a clock here with the London Bridge in the background. And this one is either the Golden Gate Bridge, or I don't think it's the Australian Opera House. I think I did one like that before. But this kind of looks like it's got the peak there. So I'm thinking, and it looks like there's a boat in front of it. So I'm thinking it's like the Golden Gate Bridge or something like that. This one I thought it might be Marilyn Monroe. We'll have to wait and see on this one, but it's definitely a woman. We'll have to wait and see. So for the next couple weeks, we'll find out. Here we go. You can see Marilyn watching on big TV and still can't tell. It's all right. And this one's space, so there's no way I know what that one is. So I'll do this one next week while we're on. Oh my. Oh, I need some more masking tape. I'm stuck all that. I am almost, I think I will get my Gnome Sweet Gnome done before the end of February, which is only a week hence. So that one I'll show you next week as I get it done. From one of a diamond painting sticker company, I got these 3 little keychains. I'll show you. And one of them is appropriate for diamond painters too. This one says there's no such thing as too many stickers. They're little charms. This one says life is a series of crooked stickers. And this one says you are a gem. And that one's the one that's... Is it a Chuck Pinson along next month? Ah. I haven't figured out which challenge I'm going to be doing next month. Robin, hi. Everything is good. Glad to see you, Robin. Yeah, which Pinson are you doing? Anybody else doing the Pinson, the Chuck along? I'd like to, but I don't want to. I don't want to get over involved in a Pinson right now. I've got so many other ones to do. I'm going to finish the domes this week. And where was my chart? I think I had a chart of other. No, not there. Not on that one. I wrote down what month. You're not doing Chuck event. Well, Philly. File open. Description. Resume. Space for reflection and woodland oasis. Ooh, wonderful. You're tackling two big ones, Teresa. Very good. I got the stained glass tree from Diamond Art Club, and I'm going to put sparklers in it. So I have to go see if I have the sparklers I want, and maybe order them. Well, Dawn, you don't have to have them done in 1 month. Oh, you love the rounds? These are some of the sparklers that came with the, which one is this? Which pack? Oh, I guess these were just the extra ones I ordered. It has the white and the blue. It has the star in the middle. They're called crowns. Oh, good, Dawn. I'm glad you are starting to like squares. I love them. I love the way they turn out. As long as you get them from a company that's reputable. If you get them from one of the cheap budget companies, you might as well tear your own hair out first. These are navy and snow sparklers. They are rounds that are the same size as the squares. So you can put these rounds in a square painting, which I really like. I prefer squares too. These are an aqua cyan metallic, which is a really bright blue, and another blue, a lighter blue, and a dark blue. This was the Winter Wonderland pack. I love seeing how other people use their sparklers too. And there's a couple paintings that I'd like to change some out of. So I thought some of these packs would look, I can use some from some of these, because you get, what, 1,000 in a pack? This one was, which packet was this? Which group? I don't think this was a special grouping. Yeah, these weren't a special grouping. I just got a whole bunch of different colors. The purple. And I got more of the blues, apparently. This is more of an emerald green. They kind of show up blue. I got a yellow to do like for sunshine. Oops. I've got an orange and a pinky red. They would be good like for flames. And I got some of the silver starburst. You've seen, okay, been using a 7-placer too, but stagger with color blocking. Yeah, staggering is the way to go so you don't have little lines going through it. Was this the bubbles? I got the bubbles, but these aren't the bubbles. I did get bubbles too. That's the other one over there. Come on, get in here. Back in the bag. it say bubbles on this one? I don't know. Oh, come on. Here we go. And this one's the bubbles. And they're round. And they come in these funky packages. They're like waxy packages. This one's called Splash for obvious reasons. It looks like a pool. And Luna. This is like a white iridescent. I use straighteners a lot too. And the Starburst, so yellow. Terra, orange. A different blue. A blue, not a teal blue. It's called River. This one's called Flamingo. Green Oasis. This is a lovely green color. And a purple seahorse. Cindy, I'm so glad you could join us. I see you got to go. You have a PET scan in the morning. I hope things go very well. Bright and early. Wasn't an expensive listen this time. Have a great time at night. Well, I don't want to cost you money every time you watch me. I'll be thinking about you tomorrow, Cindy, and I hope that things go very well tomorrow. I should probably pack it in too. It is after midnight. And I am so glad everyone was here tonight. You make my night. You all do. You all make my night. And I'm so glad that I found friends like you gals here. And you're wonderful people. And I thank you for being here. I wouldn't want to do this without you. All I need is you guys and my magnifying glass. Oh, too much smoking over the last years. I look forward to Tuesdays too, Tammy. Just being with all you gals. And let me see if I can. I really enjoy being with y'all. T for support. I like that one. I like that hashtag. Although right now I'm using adult beverages more often than not in the evening, but that's just for right now. I had my iced tea earlier in the day. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off, ladies. There is a hope. I am a lung cancer survivor, 15 years. Stay positive. If you need to talk, PM me. That's very nice, Teresa. Very nice. Well, my mom's going away to New Jersey with Max to see Max's sisters again. And they're going to be away tomorrow. And so I have the house to myself tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to. So I'm going to be doing some more taping. I'm going to be doing the Lenten card tomorrow. And I'll put that up as soon as I can. Afterward, I'll get some more videos up this week. And like I said, I'm going to start working on the 10 different sealers and working on those videos. So look for them to come. And other videos that you see, if you're interested in any of the planner extras, put a comment in underneath the planner video, and you'll be able to be chosen for one of the packages I want to mail out. Okay. So, all right, I will say good night to everybody, and it's been wonderful. It's been real, and it has been real fun. So I will see you again next week. Bye, ladies.